Yo, so what's up, YouTube? This is my very first video for YouTube. Um, I really just wanted to make this YouTube to really help you guys understand what I do from a day-to-day basis, and I still do run the 9 to 5 job. I go in at 6, and I get out like around. It just depends, like right around 4:30, and I still make this happen every single day. Literally from 9:30 by market open, by like 10:30, 10:40, sometimes 11. Sometimes we do like hold the trade out for a little bit longer than usual. Just depends on the market conditions, because sometimes it likes to consolidate, so we have to hold a little longer. But I really wanted to make this YouTube video and channel to really get you guys to understand like pretty much what I do. Like, it is complicated, but it's really not that complicated. It just takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of discipline. You have to be able to like sit on your hands and literally just wait for the trades to kind of play out. So this is just gonna be like an introduction video, like who I am, like whether you know me or you don't know me, whether you probably see my Instagram post of me making a lot of money. And I mean, I was once in you guys' shoes. I literally wanted to do everything that I could to just make money. Like, I didn't want to work. I mean, I still work, sadly. I literally just work only for taxes and having, like, I guess you could say it's like secured income up until, like I said in the Instagram post, I was actually kind of being real, like, for real about it. I don't think I want to pursue a very heavy, like, Twitch, YouTube, all this kind of crap, like a lot of YouTubers like TJR, Breast Scales, there's FX Alex G, like a lot of them, like they have a lot of, they're like really out there. They're like super out there with all that stuff, trying to make money like 50,000 different ways. I kind of just, it was already pretty hard enough to make the Telegram. Like, it really was pretty hard. It was like a very long thought process for me, because I'm literally the only one that runs it. I'm like the only like administrator, I guess you could say. So it's actually very hard to be able to like enter my trade, send it to them, and then when I close, be able to tell them and not forget and not like leave them behind in anything that I do, because that's kind of why I did make the Telegram, was to like help a lot of people, do what I do. And the reason being for not being free is because it took me a lot of time to perfect my craft, and it took me a lot of money, it took me a lot of patience, it took me a lot of video watching, it took me a lot of countless nights where I had to like be up at 2 in the morning just to be able to get in the session to trade. It took me a lot to get where I'm at, and I'm very grateful. God bless. I couldn't do it without him. And obviously my supporting partner, and my daughter, for it's just kind of like, it's just those motivational things that kind of keep me pushing to really be at like a very high level in life. But yeah, so to get this kind of video started, I guess I don't want to yap too much. I mean, I understand it's like an introductory video, but I mean, I don't know really much. How would I say, like, I don't know how to like kind of really do this or go about it. I kind of really just don't want to spill out a lot of what I do in the Telegram with like the students and everything, because it's kind of like showing them a little bit of respect that they paid to like put their trust in me to be able to teach them, to be able to like be there 24/7. Well, obviously, I can't be there 24/7, right? But I can like help them pretty much throughout their whole journey. Like, that's kind of my whole goal. And there are some traders in there that are like pretty high level now. They really locked in. They managed to watch the videos, show up every single day and trade. Um, Obviously take the prop firm route. Some people still trade live funds. It's kind of just like they really had to kind of really be there, because in the same way, like anybody who does join in the future, it's kind of like a you thing. It's not really a me thing, because you really got to think about it. If you're paying for something, you really got to like focus on it, because you kind of just wasted money. And I really don't want anybody to join and just like kind of blow it off. I mean, if you do, that's kind of really on you. I can't really do much about it. So I know that you guys are seeing the chart right now. and I'll kind of get into like few things about trading and how it works and how it is, and whether you care or not. I mean, if you're watching this video, there it is possible. I wasn't like the very brightest student in school. Like, I understand, like, I wasn't in like, the zero point 0.5 GPA level of situation, but there are some people in the Telegram that were in those situations, and they're the ones that are actually like getting money. And it's kind of crazy because I know obviously who's in the Telegram and how they were in school, which is kind of cool. And for me to realize that it's like uh no, I'm not gonna say they're not dumb and anything like that, but you know, the more lower level people are actually the more higher end people on the outside of school, which to me is actually very impressive. And even my little brother, he's 15, and he managed to, after I've had the Telegram for a year, and I've been talking about it even when I was unprofitable, when I was literally losing money and pretty much just putting check after check, hoping that one day, the tables would turn. He was actually it's kind of like my most top student. Like, he did have, like, I didn't want to not charge him, but he wanted to be treated like if he was like a normal person. He worked, he got a little bit of money, saved up his own money. Obviously, like I said, I'm very lenient with it. I'm not like a gotta pay me all up front, but he was able to do it like in like split payments, and he got in. Obviously, for him being underage, he wasn't able to like get the broker and everything, so I just created accounts for him. And I mean, he went through the same phase as everybody will go through. You're gonna put in your first $100 and you're gonna lose it, then you're gonna put in your next $300 and you're gonna lose it. And it's kind of just how the game goes. I mean, I've went through thousands. I can't even say hundreds anymore. I went through thousands of dollars just trying to make this shit fucking shake. Like, literally trying to get this shit to work, and just literally staying dedicated. And literally, there was times where I would just trade without even having money. I would literally just be like, okay, this would be my trade setup. Okay, let me take it. And whether it was a dub with no money or an L with no money, I literally just had to keep showing up every single day, because I know there's a lot of traders out there that, make it shake with like a demo account. Like, screw it. Like, I mean, anybody that like kind of tries to tell me like, like what apps that I used before, whatever, so you can kind of get a glimpse out of it. I usually just, MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. I kind of try to tell them to like make like a $3,000 demo account, to like make it as realistic as possible. Like, obviously that's kind of my goal, is to try to make them feel like it's very possible with like a little like, with a couple grand. Because if I tell them to go make a 100K account, demo account, and they full port the account and they're over here making $80,000 by holding it for an hour because it goes the right way or whatever, that's very unrealistic. And it's very like, I guess you could say it's like delusional. Like, I don't even make 80K in one trade, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I really just want to kind of just make this for the people that are skeptical that either I'm scamming, or either that, whatever he's teaching is, false or whatever. Because I feel like if that was the situation, regardless, I don't have to do this YouTube video. I don't have to do any of this. I'm just really doing it for the people that like want to escape the 9 to 5. Like, some people, everybody's rich is different. Some people, their rich could just be having a nice family, having a stable job with, their kid, their wife, and just their home. And, that could be their rich. Some other people's rich is like trying to retire their parents, be in a couple Lambos, have McLarens, enjoy literally 24/7 outside in the streets and whatever, with a whole bunch of money in their pockets. Like, everybody's rich is a lot different. And I completely respect that for everybody. Everyone's life path is unique, and anybody whose path, is already done for, like, I'm happy for everybody. I know some people that already settled down with what they got. They got married, they have their beautiful kids, and they got a home, and they're okay with just working. They have an okay job. They went to school and everything, and I'm very happy for them. And I mean, everybody's rich is different. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into like some like terms and stuff like that for you guys to understand what trading is. um it's not complicated at all. Like once you, if you really watch this video, like, you know, obviously I probably already yapped for a good minute. I couldn't tell you, maybe like 10 to 12 minutes of yapping. um it's just gonna get into some terms you guys can take out a notepad. You know, this one's gonna be this video is gonna be very simple. It's just like a little introduction, just a little bit of a little glimpse at what you guys are gonna be looking at, because I don't have a what's it called, like a consistency rule for this YouTube yet, because I could be uploading a video every single day, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. Just kind of terms, just like, you know, the common typical trading, so you guys don't have to go look at another guru and have to hope that he is teaching you the right thing or whatever, that he's not like just making some shit up. This is just gonna be pretty straightforward, pretty, you know, a pretty clean video. I'm really not gonna edit it. I have to find more software. I do have a good software right now, that I was introduced to, and we're just gonna test it out. I mean, I don't mind dumping, you know, a couple grand into like really fixing up the setup so the videos can be more clear, because right now I'm talking out of the headset mic. That's why you guys see the headset on me with the mic. Obviously with time, I mean, I'm not really too heavy on it. I'll get like a microphone, you know, have it really nice and set up for you guys, so you guys can like actually, like, you know, hear me. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me better. Wait, hold on, let me reiterate that, so you guys can hear me better. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I'm really not gonna watch my own videos. This kind of just for you guys to watch it, you know, go with the flow. I mean, this YouTube will be up until, like I said, like the Instagram post was as for real as it can get, and like I was talking about at the beginning of the video, I really don't know if I'll keep it after. I mean, obviously I have some pretty high goals I want to hit, and I'm not too far from them. I really do have a lot of stuff cooking. I'm just very low key about it, because every time I open the word too soon or too early, I mean, I couldn't say if it's the haters or it's the people out there seeing me with it. It's always something bad, man. I'm starting to feel like a breast scales right now. Like literally, just a bunch of bad luck with money, man. But without further ado, let me get to some talking on some trading. I could do a trade recap on the trade we took. Obviously, you guys might not understand it. It's gonna be more towards the end of the video, just to kind of show you guys how we took the trade, how we executed it, and how I made my money. Super simple, super clean. So yeah, let me get to it. So right here, basically, the trading is made up of candlesticks. Each individual candle, depending on your time frame, there's time frames for candles. So when you're in a 5-minute candle, each candle is 5 minutes long. So in 5 minutes, so if right now it's 8:25, this candle was just formed. It's gonna take 5 minutes for a new one to form, but in the 5 minutes, these 5 candles make up that one candle. So it basically just summarizes the candle. You know, it just gets dumbed down each time. So if I go to the 1 hour, this 1 hour candle, this is 1 hour, is made up by all these right here: 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5, 3, 2, 1, and yada yada yada, so on and so forth. So within the hour, basically from 19 all the way to, from 19 down to right here, is that candle pretty much summed up. So now when it hits 20, this new candle from 2005 is a brand new candle. So as we can see here, obviously from the 5 minute, we can see that it's kind of bullish. So it's fabricating it green. There's a lot of people, a lot of traders are gonna have different colors. I'm just so used to like the typical red and green that I just know what I'm doing. I just know where I'm at. I know where I'm looking. You're gonna look at some traders have it like green and yellow and like all these exotic ass colors, which I'm straight. I'm good. I don't need none of that extra shit. So obviously all these are gonna be hour candles. all these are going to be 4-hour candles. So to basically break it down again, this 4-hour candle is made up of 4 1-hour candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is making this 4-hour candle. The daily is obviously made up by, like I said, just goes down the list. And so basically now if we go down to the 5-minute, that would be technically, I mean, you could just write down candlestick formations. It would be your candlestick formations being from 1 hour is made up of X amount of 5-minute candles, or 61-minute candles is really just however you want to write it down. Obviously an uptrend is obviously, let me get my trend line. So this would be, let me see if I can type, this right here would be bullish. Bullish basically meaning that I don't know why it doesn't let me edit it, but I'll just zoom in for you guys. So basically bullish, basically we're going up, and then bearish obviously meaning we're going down. And that's kind of just like the basics. Obviously, you know, it as simple as it may be, some people find it very hard to understand. I mean, anybody can say, oh, I understand that super quick, but there's going to be other people that, you know, still they confuse bullish for bearish and bearish for bullish. It's kind of just one of those things that you kind of have to write down, and every single day just show up and write them down. Like whether you have, I wouldn't say have 50 lines on your chart, but you can make like the overall like trend, like from right here this point to over here we were bullish, then we changed the direction to bearish, you know, same thing applies, bearish, bullish, so on and so forth. So that could be something else you guys write down. And trust me, believe me when I say I have all of this written down on a notepad. I'm not really just telling you guys this like as if you guys didn't know what you guys were, you know, if you guys didn't know what this was. But it's literally everything I had to learn, because whether I thought I knew or not, I had to write it down just to get it down to be able to like do this every single day. Because it's kind of one of those things you have to use every single day. You have to know oh, excuse me, you have to know your basically your daily bias, whether you're bullish or bearish, and what direction the market's going to go in depending on your strategy. So strategies is going to be one thing that I talk about like in a whole different video. Why? Because I mean, I know how to use every strategy that I'm going to present to you guys on the YouTube for free, being that they're not the one that I use in the Telegram. So if you go out and watch a video and you really like a support and resistance, that's kind of just going to have to be a thing you look more into with other gurus and like other people, because I don't trade that with them. I'm kind of, everything that I really do is kind of just going to be like apart from what I teach them in the Telegram. This is kind of just for you guys to understand the ropes, and if you guys don't want to go my route, you guys can go your own route, but me also helping you guys so you guys don't have to go look at all these other traders that are millionaires that could just be posting to just post to stay relevant or whatever the case may be. This is just gonna be like I'm kind of just spilling everything that I know outside of what I teach the Telegram, because obviously everything I teach the Telegram is stuff that I use to make money every single day, which is obviously more simplified. The videos that I do for them are going to be a lot more shorter, because they're a lot more just straight to the point, because they already went through the fucking yapping pieces of the cake. So another thing that you guys could probably write down that's more simple is support and resistance. It's one of the strategies, but there's a lot of more confluences that I'll in another video get to. So basically support is usually the top of the cake. So right here, support. Obviously, let me not extend it that far so you guys don't get lost. This right here would be support. the top side. Resistance is always on the bottom. So if you guys want to write it down like that, I believe that's how I have it written down. Resistance is at the bottom, support is at the top. But once it breaks past, let me use a different one. Use the path. But when it breaks to the top like this, it now becomes resistance. Because now, if you look at it, at the top is the support. So those are called like breakouts. A breakout being if there's support and it breaks out, it creates resistance, and then the top of that before the push down, it becomes support. So now this would become resistance, and this would become support, and then obviously we break this, so now down here this becomes support. So like I said, it's called a breakout. Breakout being depending on whatever strategy or whatever your bias is going to be for the day. If it breaks any level of support resistance, it becomes inverse. So right here we have resistance. It broke past and it became resistance again because it was at the top. Why? Because there's support right here. And then this becomes resistance. You know, obviously you don't want to like nitpick it down like that. You really just want to have high areas of candle movement, whether it goes up being support and when it comes down being resistance. Obviously once you get to those levels, they become boxed in like this. They become boxed in, and when they become boxed in, it's kind of just a matter of fact for it to be for there to be a breakout, so then it can inverse. But that's just going to be something I get more into depth with on a separate video. I'll have them all labeled out for the strategy, and that one's just going to be specifically focusing on that strategy. I think that's going to be how I kind of do the Telegram. The YouTube is I have this introduction video, kind of give you guys a little glimpse at what stuff is, and then as it gets watched and as I progress, it slowly start getting more advanced. So if you ever get stuck at a certain level, it's all kind of gonna just keep getting a little bit more experience until it's pretty much, until it's topped out. And I really, can't really tell you guys much anymore, because everything that I know that has made me money either now or before is kind of spilled out, and it's kind of just a rinse and repeat. Or eventually I could start having like trade recaps and all that kind of good stuff for you guys. And if you guys end up joining the Telegram, obviously you guys wouldn't have to really come back to the YouTube unless you really wanted to either go your own route, or just know and learn about trading, and then whether you wanted to become something you do for a living, that's everybody's different. And so basically, to sum up support and resistance, basically whatever time frame you want to go on, it's all the same thing. So right here, boom, support. It hasn't wicks. That's something I get into a little bit. Wicks are kind of like what makes support either stronger or weaker. So basically, let me put this one right here. I'm not gonna lie, I apologize guys, this is like my first time recording a video and having a face cam and everything. Literally went out and got this bitch. Oh, sorry to cuss. I really just got this one like not too long ago, so kind of had to do it for the YouTube, because what's the point of having a YouTube video without a face cam, you know what I mean? Obviously I'm looking at my second monitor right now, but I haven't got a haircut either, so don't judge. But okay, so back to the video. Right here, support basically created at the top, resistance at the bottom. Obviously there's a lot of wicks here, but that's kind of just something I get to in another video. But just to kind of explain wicks, basically wicks do the damage, the candle tells a story. It's kind of the saying that goes around by like a lot of traders that are very high up there. So if we see here, basically the wick, it doesn't make it outside this box. And to highlight them, you kind of have to make these boxes very thin. You don't want to have no big box like that, because then it's you'll know that anyone that trades support and resistance, they have it very summed up to where the candles are and where the wicks are. The most, obviously the most pointed wicks. So obviously if I wanted to, I would literally just have it super small. But the more you stretch it out, the more you know further where your box is at and where it's coming from. So if I were to stretch it out here, and then let's say something like this, you know, you would kind of just keep stretching and stretching it, because then you know once you get over here, okay, well, there's support right here, then you'll know that basically price is refusing to go past this point. So once you see all these wicks and it shows strong levels of rejection, what could you do? You can easily place a trade. Boom. Why? Because you've seen that the support was getting respected way too much. So basically once it hit, respected it, went down, came back, respected it one more time, and went straight all the way down basically to where the resistance levels was. So I'm not gonna say you guys should be entering 50 trades a day, because I don't. I obviously this isn't my strategy, but basically you boom, you could enter right here again for rejection level, basically confirmation that it's gonna reject. Hit this next resistance level to basically show right here basically that it's a strong resistance level. Enter a buy position if you didn't manage to enter that sell position. Enter that buy position, you know, to that support level. But obviously this is live market, so it's after session, so it's kind of just, you know, out of the way. The next topic and the last topic before I make the video way too long, it's gonna be time zones. There's 3 sessions for Forex. Forex is a foreign exchange market that has to do with currencies: euro, yen, GBP, AZD, NZD, a lot of pairs. Just currency. Basically, short-term Forex is a foreign exchange market for currency. That's right here. An example is the most famous pair, Euro USD. That is a Forex pair. An uncommon pair would be NZD JPY, the New Zealand dollar versus the yen. Like that would be your basically your Forex market, which has 3 sessions. If you want to write it down in your own like notepad or whatever, there's 3 sessions, and it's very biased on it. There's a lot of people who have their own time zones for it. How I have it down is from 12 a.m. midnight all the way till I believe it's 8, and then from 8 to 9:30 is just that little pre-New York session, and then from 9:30 till 5 o'clock is New York session, and then Asia session from 6 o'clock to basically 11:30 p.m. Those are the 3 time zones for Forex. But when you become a futures trader like I am on the S&P 500, that one is just usually New York session. It's the only time that it's open. It is open from 9:30 is market open all the way till 4:57 actually. Basically 5 p.m. and then it's done for the day until next day at 9:30 in the morning. You can see like the extended hours where you can see that it's, you know, it's going through, and you can see that it's moving, and there's like some brokers and some apps let you trade like before hours, but that becomes a zone where it's like more, I would say, like unpredictable and very unvolatile, because it basically makes like the Asian session, the London session, and then the Asian session basically gets the highs and lows, and it kind of just like before it opens, it's kind of like trying to hit one of those. So then basically on New York open, it kind of just it kind of smacks one to then give the buys for the day. I mean, obviously that's like some advanced stuff. You guys probably didn't even know what the hell I was saying, but in short terms, just if you want to trade Forex, there's 3 sessions. It's the London, New York, and Asia session, and then when you're trading futures, it'll just be your New York session. I mean, obviously you guys can go back, write that down. I mean, I don't really have what's it called, like a big notepad I could be writing all this down on. I mean, like I said, it's kind of just the first video, just kind of a glimpse at what there is to come in the future. I didn't want to throw much out in the video for you guys. But yeah, I'll cut it short. I'll leave it here. The video is probably gonna be like 30 minutes long, and if you made it this far, and I guess you could say you're interested in learning more and making money and yada yada yada, I'm not gonna promote this in every video, but like for the people that get towards the end of the video and get this far, I'm gonna be having maybe every other video or maybe every video, I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, this is not like a really big money thing for me. It's kind of just like a thing for you guys, whoever gets this far in the video. You guys can DM me on Instagram at fxbriano with the promo code S&P 500, and you guys can have 20% off on the Telegram. That's kind of like for me to you guys, basically for making it this far, and if you're skeptical or whatever the case was, just hopefully, you guys watching this YouTube, like, you guys, can put some trust in me. I'm not gonna promote it. I'm not gonna tell anybody to join or anything like that. Like, I really don't need any of you guys' money, but I really do want, to kind of give a lot of you guys an opportunity to be able to change your guys' lives. I mean, I'm not gonna promise you anything. I'm not gonna promise you're gonna make $10,000 a day, or I'm not gonna promise you that within a year you're gonna have a Lambo. This is not like no financial advice or anything like that. This is kind of just for you guys to, get an insight of what I do and what I post on Instagram. Obviously, you guys just see candle and fucking money being made. And, for anybody that's interested in, getting on the wave, the promo code is just going to be the SP500. And this one would be 20% off. Fuck it. Why not? I see a lot of the prop firms that I considered back in the day doing 20% off. So fuck it. I don't see why not. But yeah, guys, just to keep it very nice and short. I know I look crusty, but I'm just gonna do what I gotta do to be able to push out this YouTube and push out as many videos as I can before it becomes like a vlog. It's gonna be like a vlog / trading, and then once, I don't know, once I'm up there, I might have it like if you guys want to go check out TJR, kind of have it like him. I'll post some trade recaps and then maybe like a day in the life, but that's gonna be a little bit more way on, just to kind of see how I feel about this YouTube thing. But no, yeah, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was like a very messy video, and I'm not gonna fucking edit. This is gonna be raw footage. Nothing's gonna be fucking edited. All the mistakes, all the shit in the back, if my baby's crying, whatever the case is, it's just gonna be all raw footage for you guys to know that it's not gonna be edited or anything like that. So I'm not like cutting out shit or whatever the case may be. It's gonna be raw footage. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a good day or a good night at whatever time you're watching this, and peace out.